Friday, October 23rd, and this is the video log that takes 30,000 to a million. So after I give you the quick rundown of the account, I want to talk about nothing philosophical today, just a way for me to search, and you perhaps, to search for companies and industries and segments that you're interested in. So let me go into the account first, and then I'll show you. And I haven't actually done too much research on this, but I'm starting to, and I'll probably give you some results maybe by next Monday. So this is the account. I'm sitting at almost 120,000, 119,561. And on the right here, I'm going to scroll through all my option plays that are active at the moment. Most of them are sells. You can see the ticker, the strike price, whether it's a put or a call, the expiration date, number of contracts, whether it's a sell or buy. That's all the information you ever need about these positions. So I'm going to quickly scroll through them, and you can pause your video at any moment if you want to find out more information about these positions. I only have 3 buys of Apple here, which of course are down like $400 today. And then this is my equity positions here. On the number on the right is just a daily change. You can see some of the biggest gainers today were Realty Income. Apple lost a little bit. Energy Fuels lost a little bit, and then I won on a bunch of the residential and oil stocks, including the emerging markets and HTGC, Hercules Capital, which is my new bet. Okay, so that's those are all the positions, and then here's the account tab if you're interested in the account tab. Currently sitting on $11,000 of margin, so I've borrowed $11,000. I'm going to have to pay interest on that, and total value of the account is 130,000, but of course that's plus the margin. I don't own 11,000 of these, so you know, assets minus liabilities. That's how it works. This is all the positions, the equity positions. Based on return, Apple is the highest, and weight in precious metals, Realty Income, Visa, etc. I have a lot of losing positions now because I've just started to get into all these, like, you know, undervalued or underappreciated anyways, housing, financials, and oil, which have been, you know, grinding lower in the last week or two or whatever. So this is it. Based on equity, my biggest position is Apple, and my next next 2 out of the 4 positions are negative, but not by much. So it's nice to see that my biggest positions are either even or up. Alright, that's it with the account. This is the week chart, down, you know, like a grand. Month chart up 5%, and 3-month chart up 15-16%. Year chart up 35.9. So still beating the markets by a little bit, at least the S&P 500 anyway. Nasdaq is really tough to beat. I think I'm beating the S&P 500. Let me see. SPY, and we're gonna use the SPY to compare. So 1 week down 1%. 1 month up 7%, 3 months up 7.75. So definitely beating the S&P 500. And the month, not so much, but the 3 month and the year definitely. Alright, so that's the account. And next, I'll talk about what I've been searching for a long time, which was I wanted to get into some real estate, some REITs, but they're focused more on residential properties. And so I found a few, like what was it, equity something. Let me see here. So, but anyways, I went to the stock map, and I noticed that they break the real estate, the REITs, by the type of let me see if I can actually do this a little bit better. I don't think that helped any. But anyways, over here, the real estate, you can see it's broken down by whether it's specialty, industrial, residential, or you have office, retail. You can't see it because it's on the right, or diversified, or health services, or hotels, motels. So you can't really see it because it's a little bit on the right, but I'm not going to move the screen right now. The main point here is that you can see like all the residential REITs, right? So you can see EQR is the one I found on my own, but then now it gives me a list of all of them. So I have a bunch of real estate, REITs residential REITs that I can try to sift through. And I've already kind of did an overview of about 20 of them, and maybe not 20, but like 10 of them. And so far they seem to follow pretty similar story. So I'll go to this one, like Camden Property, which the ticker symbol is CPT, and they all seem to be about the same. I mean, their numbers are like look a little bit like realty incomes at the moment. Obviously not as good, but as far as the payout ratio, it's always like somewhere in over 100%. So they're not doing too well when it comes to that spread. And then the margins, the gross operating profit margins look great or good or okay. And then the return on asset equity and investment are pretty low, either around 0, low single digits, or sometimes even negative. P/E ratios are pretty inflated, so that's not necessarily a good sign from a value investor standpoint. Forward PE is also kind of high, which is bad. And then here's the market caps. They're all in the billions, and then how much income they generate. In this case, Camden generated 200 million, which is not very good for its market cap. Then the dividend, number of employees, etc. Book per share, cash per share, and then they're not shorted very much, so that's good. And of course the charts, they all look pretty similar. I mean, some of them are hit harder than others, like if we go to EQR, and I think that's mostly apartments. You can see how it's down drifting rather than sideways trend. So, and if you look at the numbers here, the payout ratio is actually not too high at the moment. P is only about 17, so you could probably find some value around here. And this is one of the biggest ones, market cap around 20 billion. And forward P is bad, it's 40, current 17. But you can see the margins here again, very, very good margins. All these REITs have amazing margins, right? Because just the way they're structured. And then ROE, and ROI look pretty okay compared to some of these like smaller REITs. But I got a lot of studying to do. I mean, I'm going to sift through them. I'm going to try to find the best one that I think is, is suitable for myself. But I do have a question for y'all. If you have any of these residential real estates income trusts, then let me know which ones and how it's working out for you and why you picked that one, because I'm looking for a little bit of a little bit of inspiration or a little bit of opinion to try to kind of get me on the right track as to which ones I might be looking at, because otherwise I have like 20-30 that I gotta look into so I can make an somewhat educated purchase here. I'm planning on going further in debt in order to scoop up some of these deals. So I'm down $11,000 in debt already, and planning on maybe putting even another 10, depending on what happens post-election. So if you have any ideas, let me know, and if you own any of these, let me know, and also why. I want to know the reason. Okay, I'm gonna end this here. You see, you've seen the account. I showed you how FinViz is like a gold mine. Okay, it's a really nice free tool that you can use and that I use all the time to try to sift through things. It also has a filter. If you want to look for specific things in companies. I'm definitely not affiliated with anyone. I'm just telling you what I'm using because I think it's just a good tool. But yeah, it might help you, through the site map. Just kind of narrow it down on industries and see what you like there. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it right here. I'll probably have some research done by Monday, and then I'll probably tell you something. All the winners that I think are gonna be winning through through the years to come. But until then, I'm gonna leave you right here. So with that said, peace out.